Hello slimy Fertlers, and just as a kind of a follow-up to the video I did with me playing the Ninja the other day, I thought I'd show you the original version of the Ninja for the Sega SG-1000, which, as I mentioned in that video, is called Ninja Princess, and here it is in all of its early 80s glory. The actual game itself is like I say, it's the Ninja and this game are basically identical. You know, it's a top-down view. We have a character throwing knives and stuff like that. You know, run and gun type of game, except it's a run and knife type of game. But this one you can see is much more primitive because the Sega SG-1000 was a much more primitive console. The graphics alone, you can see that it's roughly the equivalent of the kind of graphics output of a Sinclair Spectrum or maybe an Atari 2600, something like that, which is, you know, basically what Western audiences were playing at the same time as the SG-1000 was doing the rounds in Japan. There are some differences with this particular game. For example, it's like I say, the character's different. The map is slightly changed around from what the Ninja is. The main character is a female ninja as opposed to a male ninja. And this is the weird thing, you also lose your power-ups when you move from one level to the next. You lose your power-ups from one level to the next, which is probably due to the game having very limited memory. But other than that, it's basically there are some things in this game that that are completely different to the Ninja. Like, for example, we can see here on screen the sort of textured, you know, like fields, grass, and then there's like they're supposed to be paddy fields for growing rice. When you enter them, your character sort of gets bogged down. You kind of struggle to move in them. You tend not to find that. Well, you don't find that anywhere in the Ninja, not that I can recall, anyway. Obviously the enemy sprites are less detailed, and the bosses are just as easy to defeat, though. You know, it's you just require getting quite a few hits in. This is one of the bits that's different. I'm not quite sure what am I doing here? Yeah, I actually recorded this game. This is just gameplay recording that I did the other day. It's not me actually playing it while I'm recording this voiceover. Yeah, that's what I said. The game still has scrolls, and you pick up the sort of creamy beigey scroll to get the big shuriken, which in this case is pink. You know, pink for girl, blue for boy, and yeah. There are other scrolls in the game as well, although I couldn't tell you what they do. I think the pink scrolls are the equivalent of the green scrolls from the Ninja. The other difference that this game has that, as you can see in the top right hand corner there, you have a time limit. The Ninja allows you to pretty much sail through the levels without having to worry about keeping to a time limit. This one you do get a time limit. This is because I think this game was an arcade game. It wasn't made with consoles in particular, you know, in mind, and you know, you basically wanted to get the most out of your, you know, your 10p or whatever it was that you put in. I don't know, 50 yen or something like that. They like to, you know, give you a time limit to fight against. But you know, you can see a couple of times already the good old what we call it, where the you know, getting screen flicker and stuff like that when too many sprites are on the same, you know, lines as the console can deal with. Here we have the guys that, if you remember from the Ninja, were, you know, could transform into dogs. They don't look anything like dogs. You know, but most of the enemies are familiar. The problem is with the kind of limited colour palette that's available to the SG-1000. Is that sometimes there's like the you know, some of the green ninjas, you can't, what we call it, sometimes it's quite hard to see them. Not so bad on this level because obviously the dogs show up as brown against the green background, but you know, but yeah, I will say that this game is actually harder than the Ninja, and I'm not kidding either. It's a lot easier to get killed in this than it is the Ninja. I mean, you still have the same things, you know, you've got your You press button, press button 2 to throw your stars straight ahead. Noob trap. Yeah, you press your number 2 button to fire straight ahead. Press your number 1 button to fire in whichever direction you're facing. Press both buttons together to, turn invisible for a second. As you can see, the bosses have changed things, not guys with buckets on their heads. It's just some sort of woman. But yeah, that's how far I got on just 1 credit. So, that's it. Just a quick 5-minute video just to show you Ninja Princess. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.